This video is part of the Ultimate Swagger Tools course. Check the link in the description to learn more.
In this lecture, let us look at how you can fork an API. Forking refers to a creation of a copy of your API in your own account. What this means is that once you have an API defined by yourself or any other persons in your team or even anyone in the public domain, then you can open that API and create a copy of it. Once you create a copy, then it gets associated under your account. The main advantage of forking the API is that the original documents remains as is. The forked API that is associated under your account is private to you, and any changes you make to that forked API is visible only to you. This way you can protect the API that has been developed by your team or in the public domain. In order to fork an API, you first need to open the API in its page. For instance, currently we have a single API defined, namely OpenAPI spec for CMS. First, you need to click that API in order to open that API's homepage. Once done, you can click on the API details at the top left. Once you click here, we have various options such as fork, managing, delete, and so on. The first icon is used to fork an API. Once you click this, then it's going to bring up a dialog to enter the details for your new API. Notice that it has populated with the values from the existing API. You can go ahead and tweak it as per the naming convention you required for your forked API. For instance, I'm going to give it a name as forked. And then we need to enter the API version. Note that the API version here refers to the documentation version, not to the OpenAPI version. To begin with, we can give it as 1.0, or you are free to change it to any other value which you prefer. I'm going to leave it as the default value 1.0. Next, you can select the owner. Currently, since I have just one owner, it is going to show me only the single entry. And finally, you can choose the visibility to be either public or private. For now, let me select private and then fork the API. We see a message that private APIs are only available on paid plans. This is one of the difference between the free version and the paid version. The private API version is available only for the enterprise or the paid versions. For the current demo, we'll go ahead with choosing as public. Then once you click on the fork API, then it's going to grab the main API, create a copy of it, and then associate under your account. Now this completes the forking of the API. If you now refer to the API name, then it's going to have the name OpenAPI for CMS fork. If you go back to our current MyHub page, we can see two APIs. This is the original API and this is the forked one. Of course, you can go ahead and change all the API definitions within this forked API. All the changes being done will not affect the original version. That is the whole purpose of forking an API. Next, let us see how you can fork an public API. If you go to the search option in the left hand side, it's going to show you all the APIs that is available in the public domain under the Swagger account. Here you can see various APIs defined by various third parties on the public domain. You can click any of the APIs and then fork it. Even you can see one of the API, OpenAPI spec for CMS, that was created by us. Let's say for this demo, I'm going to click this Swagger spot key. This is just any example that is available in the public domain. Once it is done, if you click on the top left, and then you can see an icon for fork. If you click this icon, then it's going to again show the dialog where entering the fork API details. Once you key in all the details and click fork, it's going to take a copy of it and then associate under your account. This way you can fork any API that was developed by your team, by yourself, or even by the third-party persons under the Swagger Hub account.